Welcome back to the Olive Oil Critic. I am so grateful that you are here with me on this journey of learning about all sorts of different kinds and flavors of extra virgin olive oil, varieties, and producers. Today, I have a really special extra virgin to share with you, and we'll get right to it because this bottle and this oil is incredible. It's called Rincon de Subbetica, and it's actually from a really cool cooperative in Cordoba. And one of the things that I love about it, beyond the fact that it's the most decorated olive oil in Spain right now, is that it is from a cooperative. So most of the way the cooperatives work is that they are just a mill and that they gather olives from all sorts of different producers. Different farmers can bring their olives to the central mill and then they'll mill the olives. So based usually on how much weight they come in with, they'll calculate the percentage of the batch. And so you can get a whole mishmash of different farmers doing different practices, all bringing their olives to a mill, and then the cooperative just mills all the olives at the same time together. So it's often a field blend. It's rarely single cultivar unless it's very specified. And this specific cooperative is so focused. They have more than 60 years of experience milling, and the specific cooperative, Alvaceras de la Subbetica, my Spanish is not perfect, but it is an amazing cooperative, and they are so focused on quality, and they work with the farmers to be able to cultivate and produce some really wonderful decorated olive oils. I've reviewed some of their oils before. They're always delicious. I never shy away when I see their name on a bottle. I always get excited that I can try something else that they've created, but they work with the farmers to be able to cultivate incredible olives and then time the harvest. Everything is picked to press in under 24 hours, which is incredible. And this specific Hojiblanca is a single varietal. It's organic and milled at the cooperative. So the farmers each get a cut of the product that they bring to the mill, and it's a really interesting way of just pulling the community together and supporting the farmers in the area and them not needing to put the investment in to be able to get their own mill. And so a lot of the farmers can't afford that. It's very expensive. A lot of the equipment is hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and especially to get something state of the art. But the perfect mill does not produce the perfect olive oil. Even a master miller, with all of his techniques or her techniques and all the work that she does to make sure that the oil is as perfect as possible, that isn't possible without quality olives. There's no changing the fruit coming into the mill. And so that's the neat part about this cooperative, is that they are consistently producing incredible high quality olive oil. Hojiblanca, it's probably not a secret, is one of my favorite olive varieties. Another reason why I love this oil so much. Hojiblanca is one of those varietals that you can use both in, it's both a table olive and an oil olive, and it's rare to find those. It has a dual purpose. It also can be easily found in green or black, depending on if it's ripe or unripe. And it has a really wide range of flavor profile and tasting notes. You can have some that are super green and grassy, really artichoke almond forward, and you can have other ones that taste like mango, tropical fruit. It's really crazy how, depending on the method of extraction, the growing practices, all sorts of different factors really affect the flavor profile of the oil while it's milled. So this does have quite a wide variation in its flavor based on milling. So let's give this beautiful organic Hojiblanca a taste from Rincon de Subbetica. Fresh cut grass right off the top, but definitely a delicate, bright, ripe fruit notes. There's some unripe plum, some nectarine, almost like an unripe peach on the nose. So let's give it a taste and see what else is in this oil. Oh, it's creamy. It's so tasty. It's rich, super well balanced, but quick the way that it runs across your palate. I love that. You get this fruitiness right up front, ripe artichoke, ripe almond as well, some subtle subtle tropical fruit. I would say you'd get almost some papaya in there, and then nice thyme and herbaceousness, and then a touch of arugula, just a bit of bitterness, hardly any, and then a beautiful warming kind of green peppercorn finish. It lingers, and is lovely. It's so well balanced, but it's amazing to me how quickly a lot of times you'll get the fruitiness, and then you'll get the bitterness, and then you'll get the pungency, and it takes a little bit of time. But this oil, it is quite quick in succession in how the flavors kind of explode on your palate. It's not subtle, if that makes sense. This would be the perfect salad dressing, especially if you were doing something with like panzanella and fresh tomatoes. The fruity notes would just make the herbaceousness and the acidity of the tomatoes come alive. And then it wouldn't hide if you added bread to it. Tossing some croutons in this Hojiblanca would be incredible. Roasting them in the oven so they're nice and juicy, toasted, and tossing that with just a fresh dressing, adding some lemon juice, maybe some wine vinegar to this oil, some grainy mustard, tossing that with some fresh tomatoes and cucumbers would be absolutely delicious. It'd be amazing in gazpacho, anything with that kind of delicious, juicy tomato notes. It doesn't have too many tomato notes in it per se, but it would complement it so well. You could also use this oil for grilled peaches or grilled nectarines. It would be delicious with ricotta cheese or any mild cheese that you want to just drizzle some oil on top and serve as an appetizer. It would also be delicious with grilled vegetables. There's lots of delicious grilled vegetables. I do eggplant with this or zucchini, toss it on the grill, some bell peppers, and this would just make the sweetness and the caramelization of the vegetables on the grill come alive, and the herbaceousness would just soak in and play with the umami of the natural flavors of the vegetables. So if you have any garden fresh vegetables, this would be a perfect pairing, to put those together. But this Hojiblanca is so delicious, and it's so well balanced, and the fact that it comes from a cooperative is just really special and unique. And I love that they're able to showcase their oil and their community of Cordoba in such a wonderful way. This is a DOP, so this is a designated product of origin. It's a DOP standard. There's 27 different regions in Spain that are each different DOPs. And so this bottle is a DOP for Cordoba, and this is a really beautiful, you can see the label right there. So the red one is DOP, and the blue one is IGP, which is designated product of geographic origin, which is different from the fact that every single part of this process has to happen in Cordoba. So the trees are there, it's harvested, it's milled, exported, everything happens in Cordoba, and that's what that red label means. And it is organic, which is nothing that I typically look for, but it's always nice to know. And so this cooperative is doing wonderful things. And this oil, obviously, with the 300 awards since 2003, is also doing really well. And it's so delightful to be able to share it with you.